Good afternoon, everybody. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. And I'm here today with Fred and Uncle Buck to guide you through a super awesome yin practice where we're going to focus on legs and also your spine. If you happen to have a bolster, blocks, I definitely encourage you to bring a strap or some sort of a makeshift strap to today's class. If you don't have a bolster or blocks, think about rolling up a blanket or towel as tightly as you want to, just to provide some support. We also have an opportunity to do legs up against the wall pose later today. If you don't have a wall nearby, that's totally okay. I'm not going to use a wall. I am going to use one of my props though, just to find a little bit more support as I extend my legs up in the air. So dress cozy, set yourself up. I'm going to spray some of my lemon spearmint room spray just to get in that mental mood. Find your way to your mat. If you're here early, lay down, come into Savasanah. We're gonna get started today actually with some big toe stretch. So make sure that your strap or your makeshift strap is nearby, and I will meet you guys on our mats. Feel free to grab some water ahead of time or keep some water nearby just so you feel prepared, but we won't have any actual water breaks during class. All right, we've got 2 minutes till we get started. Just put a little note in the comments. You guys been enjoying the grumblings of Fred? That's been Fred chatting with you guys before class today. Oh, a triple decker. That's a good peanut. Give some of this. Give me some of this. Cool. Please be quiet during class. You dropped your triple decker. I'm sorry. to try some slightly more challenging postures during today's class. We're actually going to go for some plow and also for, I call it deaf man. There's probably a lot of names for it when you bend your knees in plow and start to apply some pressure on your ears. So I just encourage you to do the absolute best that you can with your body today. And remember that this is a yin class, so it's not really about being active in your muscles. It's about finding as much relaxation in the postures as possible. Still working to create some length before we come into that relaxation to create as much space as we can. Make sure you have the strap nearby. It's both dark and bright in here today. Uncle Buck, do you want to take a seat someplace else? Right next to me? I like that. That's a nice spot. Go for it. You want to sit down. Okay. It's that time, you guys. If you haven't already made it down to the mat to your Savasanah, excuse me, bolster. Gonna need that space. Then go ahead, come on down to your mat. We'll take the first just couple of minutes right here. Excuse me, Uncle Buck. I'd like to extend my arm. Okay, or not. We'll take the first couple of minutes right here, just coming into our breath, coming into our practice for today. Feel free to close your eyes. Just start to notice your breath. Where is it? Is it in the top of your chest, or are you already breathing all the way down deep to your belly? Work to create those long, slow, deep breaths that you notice fill your whole diaphragm, maybe even some expansion of your rib cage. And see if you can make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale to help slow down your heart rate and already just change your mental channel to something more relaxing. As you start to come deeper into your breath and your relaxation, see if you're holding any tension anywhere in your body. Start to scan your body from head to toe and work to relax and release any place that you might be scrunching or squeezing. Might need to take a slight little tuck of your chin towards your chest to get more of your head and neck flat on the mat. And simply inhale in the awareness of creating this time and space for yourself, and exhale out everything else that doesn't serve you right now. As we come into our postures today, you're encouraged to find a stretch that's really on the edge for you. So it should feel like a stretch. It might even feel a little uncomfortable. In yin, we'll be holding postures longer than your usual yang practice. So you might notice some shaking, some trembling, even as we get a little bit deeper in towards our connective tissues, fascia, all that beautiful jazz. If you do find that a posture becomes super uncomfortable for you, feel free to gently back out and come into another stillness that you create. So a big part of yin is really focusing on creating as much stillness as possible and eliminating all of those teeny little movements or things that we might do when things start to get hard. So tempting when things get hard to just back off and stop. So here we'll use our yoga practice to help us in the real world, in those times when things get tense, to just come back to our breath and know that we can breathe through this and it's not going to last forever. Cool, let's come on into our practice. First stretch is going to be a big toe stretch. So go ahead, extend through your left leg slightly. Just make sure your left leg is straight, that you're grounded onto the mat, and draw that lower belly in. Belly button comes back towards your spine, lower back stays down. And draw your right leg up. You can even bring it in a little bit to help you loop your strap onto your foot. Maybe you're
flexible enough to grab hold of your big toe, but remember this is yin, so we're working on being passive, so it's a great time to really use your props to hang out right here. If you don't happen to have any sort of prop and it's hard for you to reach all the way up towards your toe, think about just interlacing your fingers behind your thigh. Go ahead and relax your chin back towards your chest. We're going to spend 3 minutes right here in big toe stretch. So don't feel like you have to reach your hands all the way up towards your strap. That's not relaxing. That makes you be a little bit more active in your arms. You can relax yourself all the way down towards the floor. If it's really uncomfortable to keep this left leg straight, feel free to even take a slight little bend in your left knee to help you stay grounded. And just breathe it out right here. Coming back into your stillness. Whatever it is that you created, there's no need to go any deeper than where you found yourself to start. I'm just going to move to make sure I can see this timer so that we're only here in this posture for 3 minutes. So as you hang out here in big toe stretch, you might start to even notice different parts of your leg or your glutes that you've started to bring tension to stay here in the stretch. Reminder that you can relax your belly as much as you want to, even if you need to take a slight bend in your extended leg if things are feeling uncomfortable. You still have slightly more than halfway to go to come into whatever stillness you can find today. And be cool with yourself if you find that it's really just not possible yet to come into your stillness. Are you at least setting that intention? Can you focus more on your breath and let everything else go? Inhale in awareness of the stretch. Exhale out expectation. Take about 2 more breaths right here. And then gently start to walk your left hand up your strap. You can go ahead, extend your right arm to the side in a T as you cross your right leg over to the left side of your body. No need to roll over onto the left side though. Try and keep even your right glute grounded on the mat and just see what kind of stretch you can come in today. Remember, we're getting rid of any sort of expectations that we might have and just working to find as much relaxation here as possible. So yes, it is still a stretch. Yes, you do still feel it. No, it might not be comfortable. But how can you relax, come back to your breath, and find stillness within the discomfort? We're going to be spending a total of 3 minutes in each of these leg stretches with straps. This is the second of 3. Scan your body head to toe. Any tension in your forehead or eyebrows? Any squeezing of your shoulder blades or chest? What about your glutes? Your knees, your ankles, your toes. Really work to relax as much as you can right here, still feeling the stretch, right on the edge between pain and awareness. 1 minute left right here. Close your eyes. If they're open, melt into your mat. Just focus on your exhale. Last 3 to 4 breaths right here. Enjoy a deep inhale, and on your exhale, slowly start to bring your right leg out to the side so that your pinky toe comes down closer towards the mat. If it's still really uncomfortable for you to hold on with the strap, you might even find that you're going to use your prop over here if you have one. For 3 minutes of a big stretch out towards the side. I notice for me that if I don't scan my body head to toe, the tension comes right back into my shoulders, which love to be beautiful earrings. So I'm really using my exhale to bring a relaxation into my chest, into my back, while still noticing that big stretch that's happening on the right side of my hip and also the inner thigh. And your stretch today really is just going to depend on how deep your extension is. It might feel a tad uncomfortable, but still find what feels right for your body today. Last 2 breaths right here. Create as much relaxation during them as you can. And slowly take your time and change, maybe even drawing that left knee up, planting your left foot on the floor for some stability. Go ahead, draw that right leg in, release the strap from your right leg. Bring both of your feet down towards the mat. Take a moment, just windshield wipe your knees right and left. Feel free to roll over gently towards your hips while you enjoy this windshield wipe. Still breathing, still relaxed. All right, let's go ahead and change. So this time drawing your left leg up, place your strap around the arch of your left foot as you extend your left leg towards the ceiling, either extending your right leg out in front of you or feel free to keep that bent. Remember, both sides of our bodies are not the same. So what felt really easy and simple on one side might feel really challenging. Don't feel the pressure to come into the same depth of the stretch on your left side as you do on your right, because they're not the same. And we'll take 3 minutes right here. Relax your upper body and your arms on the mat as much as you can, unless you have your fingers interlaced behind your leg because you don't have a strap, and that's okay. Wherever you are, stay right here, right now. Try not to even blink your eyes. It's a great opportunity to close them. To really be truly still. Halfway through, do that total body scan. Create as much relaxation as you can. If you're finding that it's hard to release your chest or shoulders, or relax your glutes, or even your toes, send your breath into that area. Just imagine your exhale breaking down the tension and discomfort, and your inhale creating that extra little bit of space. Got 3 to 4 more breaths right here. Ideally, your inhale is 4 seconds, and your exhale is 6 seconds. And every breath is a delightfully slow, meditative, relaxing 10 seconds. Maybe even longer. Start to walk your hands up the strap. Get your right hand up towards the top. Feel free to extend that left arm out towards the side, palm face down for some grounding. As you cross your left leg over the right side of your body, relax your right arm back down towards the floor. Find the stretch that feels right for you. 3 minutes right here. And remember, the natural trembling and shakes that might happen are totally out of your control. And not something you have to worry about at all. It's the intentional movement that we're trying to eliminate. I'm just giggling because I notice my leg is at its own party. It's like dancing gently like a lane in the air. It's all over the place. That's good. That means it's working. I hope that you feel some odd little shakes, trembles, maybe involuntary jerking happening as well. Come back to your relaxation as much as possible. Melt that upper body, that lower back, that right leg into the mat. You've got 1 minute left right here. Last 3 to 4 breaths. Take your time as you bring your left leg back to center. Walk your hand up and out to the side. Allow that elbow to come down towards the floor as you extend your left leg out for our last 3 minutes on our backs for now. Find the edge that you can hang out in. And remember, if your edge gets too hard, if it becomes sharp pain, simply release out. Remember, if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. So if you did choose to keep your eyes open, just find that one spot of focus. Relax your eyes. Release your mind. Slow down your breath. Halfway. You've got this. You're worth it. Stay in this moment right here, right now. Take 2 or 3 more breaths and then get ready to change. Take your time coming out. Let's go ahead, draw both knees in towards our chest. Reach down, release your strap from your foot. Give yourself a couple circles with those knees. Getting a nice little massage on that lower back. Go ahead, change the direction of your knee circles. And then either roll over to the side and press yourself up or rock yourself up to a ball. We're going to come into dragonfly, separate leg stretching. So go ahead, open your legs as wide as feels comfortable for you today. And that's really just going to depend on your body. There's no need to flex your toes back towards your face. Find as much relaxation in your feet. Maybe toes start to hang heavy down towards the floor. Especially if you're feeling any pain in your lower back. Ground your sit bones and take a forward tilt. You can be as active as you need to with your hands here on the floor to help you keep that tilt of your pelvis. But feel free to bring your chin down towards your chest. Now is a great time, if you have it, to use something like a bolster or a really big cushion from your couch. No timer. Oh no. Pay no attention to the sound of me resetting my timer for a very random time. Okay. Feel free to use your bolster or whatever you have in front of you to fold forward. If it's still really uncomfortable on your legs, you can even take a slight little bend of your knees, maybe even placing a pillow or a towel or something underneath of your knees. So as you do come forward, first finding a little bit of a length, And then feeling free to bring that rounding in towards your upper shoulders. We're going to take 3 more minutes from right here, giving us just about 4 minutes in this separate leg stretch. Use those props if you got them. Nothing's wrong in yin. Remember, the point is to be as relaxed as focused. So a yang version of this posture would have been coming forward and really keeping that straight spine, eliminating any of the rounding in your upper back. But today we're also focusing on the legs. We're not really focusing, well, we're also focusing on the spine. I can't lie. Oopsie doodles. That's yin. I'm so relaxed. Last 2 to 3 breaths. Slowly take your time, lift yourself up. If you have a prop in front of you, move it to the side for now. We're gonna go ahead and bring our feet together. I like to bring my feet together and have some fun. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, all right. Next up is caterpillar. I find it necessary to kind of walk my glutes back a little bit in caterpillar to find the forward fold that's right for me. If you happen to be really tight on the back of your legs, this might not be comfortable for you. You might want to take a slight bend of your knees or sit yourself up on a pillow or prop, because taking a little bit of a lift can help make this forward fold comfortable. Once again, feel free to use your hands, maybe just relaxing your chin on your hands. If you are feeling that pain in your lower back, keep that big forward tilt, so maybe more of a bend of your knees, maybe even needing to open your feet out to accommodate for your body for today. All right. We've got 3 minutes right here in caterpillar. Maybe your heels touch and your toes fall open gently. No need to really work to flex those toes back towards your face. Maybe you can even get your belly towards your thighs for some abdominal stimulation. But still relaxing your head, relaxing your mind, releasing your body. Being one with this moment right now. Now you don't have to go any deeper, but do that total body scan one more time. Where's your mind right now? Is it focused? on your breath, on your stretch in the present moment? Or are other things starting to creep in during your stillness? It's totally normal for us to not be able to just put a lockbox around our yoga and keep out our other thoughts. So as other things come through, acknowledge that they're present. Tell them you'll see them later. Just enjoy the stillness and your breath as much as you can. You created this time for yourself on your mat today, so make the best use of this time possible. Last 2 breaths. Take your time, slowly lift yourself up. Next up, we're going to go for plow. If you already know that plow is a challenge for you, I encourage you to take some sort of a prop and put it up towards the top of your mat so that you don't have to bring your feet all the way down to the floor. If you're not sure, give it a whirl. Try. We're gonna prepare for plow by laying down on our backs, relaxing your arms down by your side. I hope I have enough space. Okay, with those chests open and shoulders pressed down towards the mat, you're gonna squeeze your legs together, pull your belly in, draw your legs up, press your hands into the mat, and lift your legs so that your toes touch down towards the floor. You can even walk your shoulders under a little bit to get that nice shoulder stretch. We're gonna spend 2 minutes right here in an active plow. Little engagement of your belly. You can keep pressing your hands into the floor to help you. You can even interlace your fingers behind your back, a little bit more of a shoulder opening stretch right here. Just find your stillness. Ugh, timer, you're the worst. Sorry for this beeping again, guys. From plow, we're gonna come into deaf man. Applying a little bit of pressure on our ears. I know these are some big stretches right now, some big belly stimulations, a lot of stimulation in your throat chakra as well. Make sure that you're not rolled all the way up onto your neck, that you do have some pressure on your shoulders. Maybe even your upper back is still pressed down towards the mat. Don't turn or twist your head in this one, just to be safe. Make sure you're still finding as deep of a breath as you possibly can, even with this pressure on your diaphragm. Take 2 more breaths. And then go ahead and just bend your knees, working to bring the tops of your feet, your shins to the floor. If you need to, you can even bring your hands to your lower back for a little bit of support. I'm gonna remove my glasses. And then you're going to work to squeeze your knees towards your ears. Apply a little bit of pressure for deaf man. Last 3 breaths. Awesome. Gently go ahead. Keep those knees bent. As you relax and release your lower back down towards the mat, you can use your hands to help guide you. We're going to go ahead and extend our legs up towards the ceiling, or you can wiggle your way over to a wall for legs up against a wall stretch. If you want to gently intensify the stretch, think about getting a pillow or a bolster if you have one, and placing that just below your bum. It'll also tilt your legs maybe a little closer towards your face, maybe a little bit deeper stretch. Feel free to take a slight bend of your knees here if you need to. We've got 3 minutes right here. Make sure you're not stretching that chin up towards the ceiling. Get as much of your neck and back vertebrae once again relaxed on the mat as possible. Relax your chest and your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Relax your abdomen as much as possible. Take any extra tension out of your glutes or your thighs, your knees, your ankles, your toes. Legs up against the wall stretch is also such a great way to send a little bit more blood to your heart, to really help you unwind. It's a perfect stretch right before bed to help you relax. Enjoy all those involuntary shakes and shivers. Know that that means that it's working. Final minute right here. Take your last 2 breaths in this posture. And then take your time, bend your knees, relax and release your feet back down to the floor. If you have a prop underneath of you, press into the soles of your feet, remove your prop, and then release your back down to the mat again. Next up, we're gonna do a rooted twist. So go ahead, send your arms out to the side, lift up your right leg and deeply cross over your left leg. Squeeze your right thigh gently on top of your left and feel free to bring a block with you if you know it's hard for you to get those knees down towards the floor as you drop your legs over towards the left side of your body. Can you keep both of your shoulders on the mat? Just working to create as deep of a stretch as possible. Coming to the edge of your stretch, this will be the last posture we do before our final Savasana. If you want to feel it even more, turn your chin towards your opposite shoulder. We're going to take 5 breaths right here. Last 2 breaths. Slowly, gently take your time. Roll back to the center. Switch your legs. Right leg comes back down towards the mat. Cross your left leg over the right. Find that squeeze of your thighs of one calf against the other, and then slowly, gently drop your knees down to the right. Once again, feel free to bring a block with you if you need to stay relaxed in your stretch. See if you can get both shoulders down towards the mat. Back to your breath. If you want the last deep twist, turn your chin towards the opposite shoulder. And we've got 5 slow breaths right here. Take your time, slowly roll back onto your back. Uncross your legs, extend them out in front of you. You can keep your arms out nice and wide if you'd like, or you can bring them in closer towards the center line of your body as we come into our final Savasana. If you have your eyes open for the whole practice, now is a beautiful time to close your eyes and really just thank yourself for coming today, for making this time and this mental space for yourself. We'll take 2 minutes together right now in final Savasana, and then if you must leave, then I once again thank you for joining me today. But if you have some extra time, if you can stay with me for at least 5 minutes, I'm going to go for an 8-minute Savasana from right now. If you're lucky, you'll be so relaxed you fall asleep. For those of you who cannot stay longer, please do take a moment before you get up off of your mat to really soak in and thank yourself for the practice that you had today. Bringing your hands to heart center and tucking your chin to your chest and just reminding yourself why you came. Thanking yourself for making this personal you time. And for those of you who are able to stay for the next 5 minutes with me, make sure you thank yourself as well. welcome to remain in this extra long Savasana for as long as continues to feel good and relaxed and honor you today. If you'd like to close out class together, take a little wiggle of your fingers and your toes. Maybe windshield wipe your knees, start to wake up your extremities, but feel free to move slowly with intention. Keep your eyes closed. Take your time and let's come into Sukhasana, into an easy pose. Still with your nice, slow, intentional breath. Where's the camera today? It's over here. Oh my gosh. Go ahead, bring your hands, palms to the center of your chest with your thumbs touching on your sternum, and tuck your chin to your chest as you bow to yourself and honor yourself. Thank you guys so much for coming and making this time for yourself, for sharing your time and energy and practice with me, for allowing me to share my energy and practice with you. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that we did today or that I've said, I encourage you to please reach out. As always, think good thoughts, speak good words, eat good foods, do good deeds, and nourish yourself from the inside and out. Continue to come to class. Fill your personal cup so you can share with others. I can't wait to see you guys all again soon. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you had a wonderful practice. Namaste.